Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sharks Things. I'm Cody.
Matt.
I'm Mitch.
I'm Rave Lord Nito.
Also known as Zach.
Yes, also known as Zach. System is down. The system.
I don't think our future was meant to be a techno rave group.
No.
Nope.
Acapella techno is not a thing that I'm aware of, unless you're Pentatonics, and even that not sure.
Pentatonics, I mean?
Yeah, whatever. I can't say their name.
The Penta thingy.
Yeah. I'm going to apologize for people's ears for a second. Tried to do it quietly.
What, fart?
No, I was moving my microphone.
I'm going to say, you're a master of this.
Beardliness just all up in the camera is what we got going on. Just let me do this real quick.
Have you thought about getting a secondary camera?
Yeah, I had to shave mine.
Weird.
My.
This is a weird way to start the podcast, folks. I apologize.
I've got this going on here.
I apologize for shit.
I don't know. I have a whole lot. I have a lining for my chin, so that way it doesn't start blending into my neck. And then I start... so that way I start not, like, taking the identity of, like, a small hippo. That's just, like, coming out of the water where it's just...
See, I did it.
Yeah, that's the best hippo impression I got. I'm sorry.
Oh, my Lanta.
I needed some hair on my face.
I suppose we should probably get back to the things.
The things and stuff.
Yeah, this is the Sharks Things podcast. I forgot to announce that at the beginning, I think. I don't know. Welcome.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Who might we be?
The Sharks and Things podcast. Find us on sharksandthings.com.
Oh my goodness.
Find us sharks and things.
Yeah, we're an all-encompassing podcast. Oddly enough, we don't really talk about sharks. We should change that. We should get a shark factor of the week going. Just like the glyphis shark is the rarest shark in the world. There's your shark fact for the week.
Mitch, you're our technical advisor at this point, so which means you will be supplying any and all fact-checking material from this point forward.
All right, let me check your fact.
Hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
Shark.
Angel sharks, also known as sand devils, dig themselves into piles of sand and wait for unsuspecting fish to pass by before attacking.
Boom. There's your shark knowledge of the day.
All right.
Your other knowledge of the day is that apparently Google found the Loch Ness Monster, ? I don't know. That's whatever. God, what have you guys been doing this week? Let's move. Continue.
Oh, God. So, I think it goes without saying, a lot of Mortal Kombat X. Zach, you share the same love as you're also the other fighting game guy here. That game is ridiculous. It is ridiculous in the way of I don't know what to do or how to react. Like, there's just some bullshit that I don't know how to deal with. And good example is, I was telling Zach about this earlier, if you play Kano and you have to launch across the map, against Jacqueline Briggs, meaning she's zoning you out with a mode where she can shoot her wrist gun, like every, 2.5 seconds?
I don't know.
Well, you can't get past it. There's no way to do it with Kano. You simply can't. So you just end up eating bullets for like the entire match, and if you jump, okay, you can block the next set, but the moment you get next to her, the hitbox on her bullets hits you on the trail end, so even if you predict it ahead of time, you still get hit by the bullets. Like, there's no way around it, and for me, it's like a game breaker if you're going to be playing as Kano.
I know I might be the fighting game noob here.
You just ball up. Ball upwards.
Why don't, like, Kano's signature ability is to, like, wrap himself in a ball, put his head between his legs, and fly across the screen.
No invincibility.
Right,
Yeah.
but if you predict it, then you just predict it and do the up ball and go over projectiles.
No, but here's, again, with the up ball, there's a ton of recovery on it. So, like, I've tried this. So if you up ball over the first one, and you get down perfect enough to block it, if you do the up ball on reaction mid-screen, you're still going to be hit by the next round of her full auto gun. Like, there's zip ways around it, at least that I'm aware of. Like, the only other thing is trying to, like, counter zone her with his laser eye shit. But even that's ineffective because there's actually a decent amount of startup on it.
Or neutral jump the first one, block the second one.
Try that. You know what? If you can come up with a way around it, I will send you $5 in cold, hard digital money.
I don't know. I've bodied every Jackie I fought online so far. So
Did he say? Hang on. I want to go back 2 seconds. Did you say cold hard digital money?
Cold, hard digital money. Because it is cold, it is very hard to obtain if you don't if you're not on the internet.
And
it's still money.
I don't think you understand how this works.
I know how this economy works in and out.
I don't know. You could consider it hard. I mean, it's stored on like a magnetic disk somewhere.
What if you have SSDs?
Then obviously you're going to be better at getting Bitcoin. Because all they use is cache files. Access the cache file, you get money faster.
Cache files for cash.
That'd be a horrible way to try and rob a Bitcoin bank. That'd be very interesting.
The problem with Bitcoin is the fact that you can't really do anything with it. You can buy stuff, but if something gives you Bitcoin, to get your money back from the Bitcoin, I think might be the most terrible experience for anybody involved.
Well, there is, considering it's like
money, but like hell, Microsoft accepts Bitcoin. Like there are vendors, like large vendors actually, that accept Bitcoin.
yes, but
Entertaining actually.
But most of the time, it's not used for like purchasing commercial goods. You don't like the average person doesn't like go up and go, can I pay for this with Visa, or should I use my Bitcoin that I have to convert into?
They're confirmed. Bitcoin is going to be on Dreamcast 2.
And as a complimentary, if you put in a minimum of 25 Bitcoin, you're going to get a free copy of Half-Life 3.
That's like what? That's almost $1,000.
Yeah, well, people will do it for Half-Life 3. Like they have a winner on their hands.
Yep. Half-Life 3 confirmed. Bitcoin purchase only.
The future
Dreamcast 2.
Dreamcast 2. The Dreamcast 2 costs.
The price of Bitcoin is $235.
Yeah, it's fallen immensely. It is atrocious.
That's a lot of money still.
It was at
I just wish I could.
Like $1,200.
I just wish I could find my old Bitcoin wallets. I didn't have many, but I had like 2 or 3 Bitcoins, which even at $200 something, it's still a decent amount of money.
Well, it is, and it gives you plenty of room to go brag to other friends among your anonymous hacking group, where it says, how much Bitcoin do you have? Well, I have so many Bitcoins, you don't even know.
Look at my EP.
Exactly. That is...
No EP on here. We don't talk about EPing.
That's what Tinder is for. Except that's more like peen to peen, the more I think about it. A peen to peen network. Local area network full of just nothing but dick pics.
Well, many people consider sharks to be the world's deadliest animal. You're killed by hornets, wasps, bees, or dogs.
Zach, bring it back around. Bring it back around.
Oh, God.
We were Mortal Kombat talking. Let's go back to Mortal Kombat.
Reining it in.
Okay, fine.
Hey, speaking of which, Rain is a character. I know that much.
Yeah, so
Rain is
somebody found a
purple.
way to hack shit.
I read that. You can play
He's
as
not complete. He doesn't have any variations. He doesn't have all of his moves. His moves don't work the way that they should. He was basically copy pasted from MK9 for the most part.
I was gonna say he looked fairly similar. Like he's just kind of there as a placeholder. It's not like Street Fighter Cross Tekken where you just unlock characters that are already done and ready to go. But it's like just a placeholder where they have to still and put in a shit ton of data that they have left.
Yeah, like his bubble. Like when you catch people in the bubble, you're supposed to be able to control the bubble and like move it around and stuff. With the rain that people were like hacking in or whatever. Yeah, the bubble just goes straight up. Like there's no controlling it or moving it around. It just.
I was gonna say if you want to play an anti-air game, that's fantastic. It's jump up, bubble up. Granted, I think it would actually be better if you had a move kind of like Mario Party. Whenever you pop into the little bubble thing, and just kind of float upwards and just explodes. Seriously, that would be by far the best anti-air move I can think of.
And then they kind of hang out there instead of you being able to control where move the bubble around.
Who else hacked in? It was Rain.
Tanya, who is actually going to be a DLC character later on.
Who also looks like one of the worst characters they could have added, just throwing that out there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But she was apparently fan favorite.
Fan favorite from what?
I don't understand why. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'd rather have...
Mortal Kombat 4, I mean, come on.
I'd rather have Serena from Deadly Alliance.
Come on, she's the yellow ninja for the ladies.
Wait, was Serena the vampire lady?
Yeah, she was the vampire chick.
That, her moveset was fucking sick.
Yeah. She was something with... I think she debuted in Mortal Kombat Mythology's Sub-Zero. I know, but then she was in whatever... I think Deadly Alliance was the actual Mortal Kombat fighting game that came afterwards. I think. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I think she's the vampire chick.
Did we talk last week about how I wish that fighting games had an actual story mode?
Well, there's several that do.
No,
does.
I think I remember having the conversation about I miss the Soul Calibur days when you could do the story mode in Soul Calibur where it was the map.
Oh, you mean conquest mode? Yeah.
Yeah, when you walked around and you did these little challenge fights and it was awesome. And then that was in Soul Blade and then Soul Calibur and Soul Calibur 2 and I think Soul Calibur 3. The MK trilogy.
No, it wasn't the MK trilogy. It was
Deadly Alliance and
Armageddon.
Yeah,
Deadly Alliance, and then there was also Deception.
Yeah, those three had that create your own fighter mode where you fall around and Bo Raicho is your teacher and whatever.
Yeah.
Why didn't they fucking bring in Bo Raicho? Out of any fighter, he would have been phenomenal. He had a ridiculous moveset, and he was incredibly fun to use all the time.
Because he's super cheap.
He's not cheap. He's so far from cheap.
His name literally means barf, if I remember right.
Mitch, fact check. Go.
I'm using.
To be honest, I would not put it past Ed Boon, considering how they got the names for other characters.
Actually, speaking of Ed Boon, did you see him on the Conan bit where he actually did the Scorpion Get Over Here voice?
Yeah.
That was fucking legit.
He holds the Guinness Book of World Record. He holds the Guinness World Record for longest time voicing a character.
It's spot on.
He beat the guy that voiced Mario.
Okay, here's your fact check for you.
Borracho means drunk.
Yep, means drunk.
Yes.
Yeah, and fun fact, Ermac, his name. I think it was MK2.
MK1, actually.
Was it MK1 or MK2?
It was MK1 where he actually got that color swap, and it would just get the game would just completely flash.
that wasn't him. Ermac was it was something written in the console of the arcade cabinet, which basically you only had access to if you owned an arcade cabinet or worked at an arcade. There was a logging mechanism inside in the console of the game, and it stood for error macro. So whenever there were errors or bugs that went through in the game, it would log it into this counter. And people saw that and somehow thought it was a secret character or something like that. And so then they ended up putting him into Mortal Kombat 3 as Ermac.
Mortal Kombat has done some really dumb shit when it comes to characters. Most of their characters are the ninjas are all what was it? Reptile was the Scorpion appeared green in Mortal Kombat 1.
Well, he was just a secret character.
Not Mortal Kombat 1. In Mortal
Kombat 1, he was a secret character, double flawless, stage fatality on the bridge thing. But you had to do it when the moon, something flew across the moon or some shit.
I could have sworn that he was a glitch.
Scarlet was a glitch.
Oh, yeah, the female ninja, that's right.
The red Melina, basically, or whatever.
Wasn't that where Scarlet? Yeah.
Scarlet and Chameleon, I think, were glitches.
Who else was, Meat Man in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance
fuck that. Mortal Kombat 4 Meat Mode. That was by far one of the funniest things I have ever dinked around.
There was also mocap, if you remember mocap.
That's right.
Lots of really dumb characters in Mortal Kombat.
Well, okay, you have to also look like laterally to like another series. So like, look at Killer Instinct from like 1 to 2. Like, they had Cinder, and then they had Glacius, which were essentially color swaps with different moves. Like, they did the exact same thing.
Yeah, but that wasn't like... Meat Man was the guy who's on fire. No, that was Torch. Ember, whatever. There's a flaming guy who shows up later in the Mortal Kombat series whose character bio literally says it is the flaming guy in the back of the bridge.
Wasn't that Inferno?
I don't remember his name. It was Dumb. That's his name.
I disagree. I think
Dumb.
Your name is Dumb.
Dumb King.
Dumb.
His name was Blaze.
Yeah.
Blaze. Blaze.
Bringing back them memories.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've kind of hit the history of MK...
And he was also the final boss of Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Sure.
All hail the Dragon King. Also, hail Hydra. So, back to MKX, though. Overall, like, I haven't played a ton into story mode. I've maybe put in just a few hours. Like, the story mode is decent. Like, it's better than what you would expect out of an existing fighting game of really any kind. But it's unique enough where it'll actually make people who don't normally want to play video games just sit down, fucking just play some buttons. Or play some buttons? Ooh, that's a new one. Press some buttons and do some shit.
Button mash.
It is, and you can actually... And they also have, like, the skip fight feature, which, again, seems kind of silly with games and hand-holding, but for the casual audience, they can just say, okay, this fight fucking sucks, I don't want to do it again. And they can just skip that fight and move on without having to be like, okay, I'm dropping this entirely.
So, is that so if you die like 3 times?
You do it even if you lose once, you have the option to skip, but you have to... It's not just like handed to you. You have to get them out of the crypt. Which the crypt is just awesome. I love the crypt. I don't care what it is.
Well, yeah, because if you ever played Deadly Alliance, they had the crypt in that as well. And it's just this like massive graveyard where like each grave you can unlock stuff. So like you gain tokens throughout the game for playing online, for playing through arcade, story mode, whatever that may be. And once you go into the crypt, you navigate this giant like maze. Like it's kind of confusing actually because you can only walk in a straight line. It's like playing Doom, but if your character couldn't move and look this way.
It's more like playing
the classic, like Myst or.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's just say Myst. And you go around and you break these gravestones and you unlock all kinds of stuff like new fatality, some of those other tokens, just all kinds of other random crap. But at least it gives you something a reason to keep like earning tokens or to keep playing. Is just so you can go unlock other stuff. Like for me, I just like unlocking concept art because I like seeing all the really bad designs that they came up with before coming to like their final decision. Granted, with Sonya, I'm willing to bet they did like one iteration and were like, good enough.
About the tokens. So I haven't played like Mortal Kombat since I was like 6 years old. Really. In fighting games, I haven't played since like forever ago. So this token thing with the quick fatalities that you can spend a token on to perform, that just sounds like utter bullshit to me.
Well, I don't really think so. Primarily because someone who's got better authority than I do. So Zach, go.
I don't mind it, to be 100% honest, because like the inputs for fatalities aren't exactly hard, but sometimes like if you play in a match and you had a really close match or whatever and you win and you're just kind of like the last thing in your mind is like shit, what was the input for that fatality? Uppercut. So rather than looking like a doofus, you know, if you find some of the easy fatality things in the crypt, you can just hit R2 and then triangle or square or
your button combination choice for your console.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
online has benefits.
Why does it have to be a token thing?
Because if you have just like easy fatalities, it completely negates the reason for like having a fatality input in the first place. Like it's there as cool. I don't have to remember this that one time.
Tokens that you can buy.
I can think of a lot worse ways to spend tokens.
You can buy them, or you can get them in the crypt. Buying them is just for people that are like, I'm lazy. I don't feel like learning all the fatality inputs. Whatever.
But this just starts to sound like, I don't know, like a pay-to-win type situation.
Like you're not paying to win. You're paying to not push 4 buttons.
It seems to me like this is the easy like.
At the point that you're using that easy fatality token, you've already won the match, so it doesn't really matter.
But you have to be good.
Bonuses them anyways for getting a fatality.
Do what?
You get bonuses for using a fatality. Correct?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, you do get like bonus coins, but I can't remember. Do you actually get bonus coins if you use the easy fatality token, or do you get less? Because I thought you just get less.
I thought I heard that the amount of coins, the amount of extra coins you get for doing a fatality is negligible to the point that it doesn't make a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, point being, like, there is a reason for it. It's not like bullshit train everybody's doing this thing, but it's just for people who really, really suck and are saying, okay, I might be able to do this.
So the other thing was like, well, there's 2 other things. One, with the whole faction mode thing, there are faction challenges where it's like win X matches with X character or whatever. So it's like, it might not be a character I'm familiar with. I'm lucky enough to win a couple matches, but like I don't know their fatalities right off the top of my head. So in that input window, if I've got some of those tokens, I can just use it because why the hell not? Like
why can't they just make it like a toggleable option or as an option in the game that you can do it this way, but you won't get bonus XP? Why did they have to make it so, okay, you have to use a token, which can be purchased? I mean, that kind of screams money grab to me.
Because it definitely is a money grab. No one cares.
If there was no other way of, well, if there's no other way of getting those tokens, I would agree that it's a money grab. But like,
so how easy is it in the game then?
I'll put it this way. I finished story mode and have played some ranked matches and stuff. There's actually a thing in the crypt that you can gamble coins on. I've like gambled away 30,000 coins. I've probably spent 40 to 50,000, if not more, unlocking other random shit like alternate costumes and stuff. And I still have 70-something thousand coins. And I haven't unlocked like any of the things in the crypt with the easy fatality stuff. So
I think you may have a problem.
So no, I haven't honestly, like I played through story mode and then like did some online matches. Like I didn't do anything crazy because you can at the gamble thing, there's a chance to get like basically triple your coins back, and then also in the crypt there are locked gates or secrets that if you find will give you like 5, 6, 7, 8,000 coins, and the tombstones that have easy fatality things in them are usually only like 2,000 to 3,000 coins.
This really sounds like a casino game. I'm not actually kidding. Bet coins, get coins. You have 70,000 coins, bet 30,000 in the hopes that you might get 40,000 coins. Imagine what you can do with all these coins and buy more coins.
But that's what I'm saying.
Good lord.
They are super, super easy. It's super, super easy to get the easy fatality tokens in the game. Like, you barely have to do jack shit all to get them. So, if it wasn't for the fact that it was so easy to get them, I would say, yeah, it's a money grab. But we also really can't say it's a money grab because we don't know how much money they've actually made off of selling those tokens. For all we know, like 4 people bought them.
Well, I mean, you can still call it a money grab, even if they're not making any money on it. Because, I mean, that's honestly what it looks like to me. This isn't really DLC. You don't get some sort of permanent thing out of it. This is a consumable item that you are purchasing that allows you to do something in the game that you have to earn otherwise.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. But so it's not like the old Mortal Kombat games where, like, nobody knew what the inputs were. I mean, you can pause the game.
You can
go
actually,
to
in a multiplayer match during the fatality thing. You can actually pause if you're quick. You can pause, go over to the move list, and look up your fatalities.
Yeah, it's not like it's like there's.
But here's the thing: your second fatality in the input is locked. Like your second fatality is locked until you unlock it in the crypt.
Well, by unlocked, it means you don't know the inputs yet. Like, if you know the inputs in the range, you can still do it.
You're right. So it doesn't show up in the move list until you unlock it in the crypt, but you don't have to have it unlocked if you have the easy fatality tokens or you know the inputs. I don't know. I usually just do faction kills because my ninja.
Aren't the faction kills super easy to do anyways?
Yeah, the faction kills are hold R2 and tap forward or back twice from far away.
Okay, actually, speaking of buttons, this actually transitions me perfectly to one MK gripe that is going to drive me absolutely insane. I can't get over it. So I don't know if this is exclusive to the PC version. For anyone who is not aware, the PC version of MK, like day one launch, was a disaster, just like any other day one title. That's just kind of the new thing.
But that's the trend.
In NetherRealm's defense, the PC port was done by a third party.
Yes, it was, and I don't blame NetherRealm in the least, except the fact that you didn't just do it for PC yourselves.
Seriously, it did well.
Like, you're developing it on Xbox One and PS4, all of which are now on 64-bit architecture. Granted, I'm not a game engineer, nothing by any of extent, but that has to be fairly similar architecture, and you just have to work on platform. Like, does that not seem just a little similar?
They're all on x86 architecture for the processor. They're also all on DirectX 11 or better.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there is some things that you have to change still, because there's different APIs. However, there shouldn't be a ton anymore to change.
Well, because it's not like you're taking like an Xbox 360 port of Dark Souls, where it's built just for consoles using console APIs and all this other crap, and then trying to put it on a PC. Like that is like textbook definition of a poor port. Like it's just a 1-to-1 copy where nothing was made to work with PC. But to be completely honest, I would actually rather have that than what it is now, because at least Dark Souls, you could hook up a controller and it would work the same. Like 90% of the time, it would be the same. Like MK on PC versus the console at this point is still a very lacking experience. Like there's a lot of issues with the menu systems not being very legible. Like it's hidden in the background. Like it's really hard to read. Like it seems like you're buying a game to play, to fight and beat the shit out of each other and knock teeth out. And I'm pissed off about the menu font. Okay, so that's just like step one of my anger. Like step two is button configuration. So they made it really easy to configure buttons. So in the player select screen, you just press a button and then you can map everything in and everything's fine and dandy. But when you actually change your configuration and you go into training mode, how do I do these combos? The buttons don't change to your button configuration. So if you just changed like your left punch from, let's just say on a keyboard, from E to W, it won't reflect that in the actual game. So all of your combos are stuck on the default configuration that it thinks your controller should be. That was infuriating, because I still don't know the combos because I don't know what fucking button they match to. Like, so I'm just like, okay, XX. And on top of that, when you go to do the trials, now I'm going to continue with this. Give me one moment. When you go to do the fucking trials, let me finish it. When you go to do the trials and it says do this combo of press X and then Y, So even if you internally you think that combo, you do that combo exactly as it says, like of the original configuration, it still doesn't count until you change the buttons back, and then it'll say, "Oh, this works now." Like, that should never happen. It's a very simple thing. Which buttons correspond to this? And that's driving me fucking crazy and has been the number one thing preventing me from playing more of it, is because I can't make that mental connection of, okay, that is left punch, or sorry, that is front punch, that is back punch, and that's fucking something, I don't know. Okay, that's my rant on that.
Bought it on PS4.
Well, in short...
I mean, not like you knew beforehand.
Well,
that sounds like just shitty stuff done in the port, to be honest.
Not just like shitty, but like, this is... Okay, to their defense, when it shipped, it was completely unplayable, where you could maybe go into training mode and be lucky if it didn't crash. Okay, that's day one, but granted, I'm willing to give anybody the day one experience benefit of the doubt of, okay, you just launched a game, it's the first time going online to the public, things are going to go bad. That's just how it works, and that's what we're accepting. But if you can't like play the story mode, and you can't really do anything, if you go into the menu or choose the wrong thing, it crashes, that's a sign you probably should have kept this in development for just a wee bit longer.
Well, so it sounds also
Be a
that...
better QA team. Hire Cody.
Yeah, no. I don't want to do game QA. It actually does. So from what I've heard, that wasn't actually like completely their fault. I mean, that sounds it was a lot of Steam as well, because...
Oh yeah, well, Steam is equally to blame because they tried the whole new system of, oh, we're just going to give you 3 gigabyte package files, so that way it'll download in pieces, and you can play it while it's still streaming, like the whole game streaming idea.
So wait,
and it went so poorly.
Because my understanding was that was like NetherRealm or the third-party company's idea to do that.
Well, so it was their idea to stream it, to like do the stream, like what Blizzard does with all their games.
Yeah.
And so they worked with Steam to implement it. Steam's big idea, though, was to classify them all as DLC. But also, if you notice in Steam, by default, Steam doesn't like download items in the background unless you specifically tell it to.
Yeah, so you have to click like 29 checkboxes to download all pieces of it automatically.
Yeah.
Like, how many like average Steam users are going to go, I guess I have to go select all 29 pieces of DLC.
But still, that's kind of BS.
Yeah, so that's apparently that's what one of the biggest issues was that like Steam has never done a streaming like stream it to you, and they're like, well, this should be Blizzard can do it. There's no reason why we can't do it, and the way they configured it just wasn't.
If I had to give like game streaming a chance of who can do it better, Blizzard's going to do way better.
Was it technically Valve's fault that it was set that way, or was Netherworld like, oh, we can solve it by hacking it this way, by making it all DLC?
I think it's from what I understand, it's a combination of both. That like,
well, it wouldn't have been from NetherRealm because they weren't handling the port of it. I don't even know if they're handling the distribution either.
Whoever did the distribution for it.
Actually, I'm going to pull that up.
Technically, are they the ones who went like, oh well, Steam can do it this way if we just put it all as DLC?
I think they were trying to. I think they were trying to work with Steam to like figure it out, and that was the solution Steam gave them because they don't have.
Okay, here we go.
Have the
high voltage software.
High voltage, yeah.
Okay, but the point being is, out of any platform, the PC was just a very bad experience, and I don't recommend it until they start fixing some of these major bugs. Like, I'm actually debating on going out, buying a second copy on PlayStation 4, and then just learning to play the game on that.
That way you can play with Zach.
Ronnie Guns is upset with you guys because you guys didn't buy it on Xbox.
Well, I don't know. Okay, the new Evo standard coming up is going to be PlayStation 4. There's no reason to be buying fighting games on Xbox One. Because with Street Fighter, especially with like Street Fighter 5 being on the cusp for next year, PlayStation is an exclusive PlayStation 4 game.
Ultra is coming out on PS4 exclusively. I mean, it's already on PC and Xbox 360 and stuff, but as far as next gen goes and what's going to be the golden standard, Ultra Street Fighter 4 is coming out on PS4 exclusively. Street Fighter 5 is PS4 exclusive. Sorry, PS4 and PC for Street Fighter 5.
Like, there's no reason to go with
Guilty Gear is PS4 exclusive. Like, the only thing the Xbox really has, fighting game wise, is Killer Instinct. And I love Killer Instinct. Don't get me wrong. I love Killer Instinct, but
like, it's a fantastic game. But the main problem being is the competitive community isn't nearly as large as some of these other games. Like, it's still prominent enough. Like, it's going to be shown in Evo, but it's not going to have the same following that, you know, Ultra Street Fighter 4, even Guilty Gear, King of Fighters, like, even all those games, it's still not quite there.
Yeah.
So, point being, PS4, that's where everything's going to be on, and that's why I would get it for that console.
And that's part of why I got it for that. Also, the other reason for PS4, though, it's a moot point now because I butchered my stick to turn it into an Xbox One stick for Killer Instinct. MKX. So Lab Zero, the guys that made Skullgirls. Maybe I should go even further back. So when the PS4 was getting ready to come out, and like as far as fighting games, people were asking about backwards compatibility for like fight sticks and stuff like that. And Sony basically said it's kind of up to the developers to include a driver or whatever so that they can use PS3 hardware. And that's for any game, not just fighting games, just in general. So Lab Zero, the guys that made Skullgirls, actually got some people involved and wrote a driver for PS3, like fight sticks, controllers, whatever, so that it could be implemented and used. And they are licensing it to anyone that wants it for free. Like, literally, you pay Lab Zero nothing. They just want people to be able to play fighting games, whether it's Skullgirls or whatever. So
the guys who made that are just huge fighting game community supporters. Like, they're just straight up nerds.
Mike Z's from fucking Minneapolis or the surrounding area. But anyway, so NetherRealms actually reached out. I can't remember which way it went. Either Mike Z reached out to Ed Boon or Boon reached out to them, but whatever. And they gave them the driver to use for Mortal Kombat X. So the PS4 version of Mortal Kombat X supports PlayStation 3 controllers and fight sticks. So that was my other main reason for getting it, and everyone that I knew was getting it on PS4. Because of that reason. Because PS4 fight sticks right now are fucking extremely hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, they
sell out within 15 minutes.
Well, yeah, because you only have I think 2 or 3 versions. Like right now, it's either between a $200 Mad Catz TE stick, which is just ridiculous, because this is it's the same guts as a prior gen console, just like with an updated driver kit for PS4.
And a different controller card, really.
Essentially it's negligible in terms of cost to the company.
Yeah.
So that's like $200. Well, the next best alternative is the Hori VX Kai 4. I don't know. It's some crazy ridiculous.
It's the H-Wrap.
Is it the Real Arcade Pro 4? Yeah. I always thought it was okay.
No, it's the H-Wrap. So,
okay, well they have their H-Wrap for like $150. That's like the next best thing, but those are snatched up within a second, and then they're now being resold for a little bit higher. And now I think the only other alternative that I can find that you can buy right now is a pre-order for the high-end Hori Vuelix.
Yes, which is like $400.
Well, it's actually at $299 on the pre-order, which isn't awful, but you're going to pay out the ass for shipping. Just put this in perspective. It's I would say it's almost like a 2.5-3 foot long panel that you actually you sit down and it's a 1-to-1 of a Japanese arcade style Vuelix layout. It's absurd. Like, I can't believe people actually lug these things around to tournaments. I feel as if you would just kill yourself.
My buddy actually has one of the ones for 360.
Okay, well, either way, we'll see if we can link to it later, but it's just an absurd stick, but your options are between, like, $300, which you're probably going to shoot up to $350, $400, whenever when it's actually released and then starting to be resold. Or, $200 for Mad Cats, or $150 for a stick that's impossible to get. Like, it just sucks. Actually, here we go. Yeah, the A-Trap 4 Premium VLX Kuro. God, that is a long-ass title.
So beyond Mortal Kombat, since I just realized that we spent a ton of time talking about Mortal Kombat, what has anyone else been doing or playing this week?
Mortal Kombat.
Okay, well, Zach...
And Diablo 3.
Okay, well, at that point, I am now kind of out, because all I've been doing is playing either Mortal Kombat or Diablo 3. Except, I've been playing Oh, yeah, that's right. So me and Mitch played about, like an hour of Diablo 3 the other night. And in that time, I had just out-legendaried Mitch, like, 6-0. Like, you got nothing. And
I got one gimme.
Yeah, he got he got Leoric's crown.
Yeah, that's it.
And just like during this entire process, it's like every couple of seconds, legendary, legendary, legendary. So now I just have this beast barbarian that summons lunatics. And if you guys, like, Zach, you're familiar with lunatics, right?
You're talking about the Nagel Ring?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got that thing as one of my first drops. And those things do, like, a stupid amount of damage. Like, they're just one fleet of those one-shots a boss, and they're just dead. So, I'm now just power leveling through the game. Like, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to hit 70 within a day or so. Like, no problem. But, oh god, I've been playing a ton of that.
Started Season 3.
Yeah, I hate you. So many legendaries in so short of time.
It's okay, Mitch. I'll start a new character after I finish this one, and then I'll catch up to you, and then I'll start to do it again, and then I'll lap you.
I don't know.
And murder you.
That doesn't sound, I guess to me it doesn't sound like a whole lot of legendaries, because typically once you get up into the higher 30s of greater rifts, you're getting 5 or 6 legendaries per rift.
We're not doing adventure mode though, so we're not.
You're doing the campaign.
This was just campaign.
Not story.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just getting ridiculous. So yeah, we've been playing some Diablo 3. I think it would actually be really fun if I started recording Chronicles of Matt and Mitch, and it's mostly me fighting off hordes and Mitch just getting angry and yelling at me. And I'm telling you, I think we have
over and over again, probably.
It's okay.
You're what, twice my level now?
Yeah, I think I just got done at 37.
Not exactly twice.
Okay, moving right along. But yeah, outside of that, I've been playing a lot of Ultra Street Fighter 4 still. I think that's still my most played game. Even since I got on the PC, I've already put in 87, 89 hours.
You people have problems.
I've been told that. However, this is what makes it fun. Is normally I'm a T-Hawk player or Hakan, and I'll body people pretty well. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I need to play a different character, and I chose Blanca, who pretty much is just ass in tournament-wise and casual-wise.
Tell them to Choco Blanca.
Okay. Choco Blanca is popular because, one, she has that adorable Japanese smile that is very, very typically found. Think of an anime smile. She has the anime smile. But she also does piano renditions of random songs too. But okay, point being, she is one example of a okay Blanca player. Now, Blanca typically sucks, and I somehow managed to pull off this 27 win straight winning streak with Blanca, and I actually found out he has the best anti-air in the game. I'm not even kidding. Just a single button. Fierce. Because his hitbox is imagine if your character is oh god, I can't get an angle here. Okay. his hitbox turns into like a giant brick. It's just huge. So anything that comes to that proximity, you just press it and just and they just stop. Like air to air, outside of like an air throw, like Guile, if you jump up in the air and try to like grab them, you just smack them out of the air. It beats everybody's startup. It is so stupidly fast. And people just keep getting nailed by it. Like, I am winning entirely because of one button, and that is Fierce. And it is not from Ken, which makes it equally impressive. Because Ken, you typically should be winning with Fierce Shoryuken, which is just map everything to Fierce and make a Z motion. Like, scribble with Crayon and you'll win.
Flowchart Ken.
Wait,
Yes.
I can be good at fighting games? I can just scribble with crayons?
Why, yes. Do I have the game plan for you?
I can scribble with the plan.
Cody, Mitch, I think we have a future set in stone for you. Yes. Game plan.
Okay, beyond fighting games. Fighting games are now off the table. Anything else has been happening this week?
In which case, there's nothing else on the table other than the other Star Wars teaser trailer, which I am so pumped for.
Oh my god, that was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, in the name of that, me and Clara. Oh god.
First, I have to go watch all 6 Star Wars movies right now.
You mean all 3?
No.
Technically,
I do count them, even if they're absolutely terrible. I count the first 3, 1, 2, and 3.
Technically, you can. So there are 3 ways to watch the movies.
Poorly.
There's the chronological order, which you watch 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, because it's the chronological order of the movies. There's release order, which is 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. And then there is I don't remember the name of the guy. There's a guy who created the order, and it's 4, 5, 2, 3, 6.
I like that better, because you don't watch 1.
The problem with that is that we missed my 3 favorite things from the second trilogy. Dueling Fates is the best Star Wars song ever created. Yes, it is. It is the
outside
best
of the Cantina Band. Do not discount them in this discussion.
That does not count. The best song is Dueling Fates. Darth Maul, who is a far better villain than General Grievous.
Well, Grievous actually just made me angry.
Now.
I like Grievous, but I like Darth Maul better.
I will fight you.
That's fine. Bring it. bring your Rave Lord over here. And then Qui-Gon Jinn. Also, pod racing's great. I mean, everyone's favorite N64 game is pod racing.
No,
Yeah, pretty sure that's
it was good.
Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye.
We don't talk about those.
Even
games.
Perfect Dark.
Those.
Yeah, that's
okay.
right. Perfect Dark.
Battle Tanks was better.
Anyways, pod racing.
Oh, what was that one where you destroy a bunch of stuff?
Oh yeah, Battle Tanks 2.
No.
Biohazard was good.
What about BioFreaks?
It was. Oh, what was it? God damn it!
At this point, I'm just listing all the N64 games I know that aren't.
Warcraft 64. Why not?
It's gay.
It was that game. It was the game where you
It was the one with the things
Party.
and the stuff and Donkey Kong 64. That has to be it.
You had Blast Core.
Oh god.
I remember Blast Core. Blast Core is a great
Blast
game.
Core was amazing, but so frustrating.
Wasn't it like one of the first games out for 64, too?
I remember renting that game a lot.
I remember being very confused.
Holy shit! I just looked it up. It got a 9 out of 10 at IGN.
But yeah, it was a good game.
That was like a 15 out of 10 anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, maybe back then.
Well, yeah, based on how IGN used to rate things.
Yeah, like a 9 out of 10 now would be like a 4 out of 10 anywhere else.
Well, the new 4 is the new 9. How about that?
I mean, their scale goes from 7 is absolute crap, 8 is meh, maybe you should buy it, 9 is this is alright, and then 9.5 is where it's, this is awesome!
Because they can't give 10s. They do, but they whatever. That's a topic for another discussion. Yes.
Okay.
Well, it probably won't ever happen.
I suppose we've also... No, I just realized, with all of our MKX excitement, we actually skipped you, Cody, and Mitch. What have you actually been doing? Not that you matter, but I'm just being kind.
Oh, well, thank you for your kindness.
I'm better at Diablo. What?
I think everybody's heard it by now, but I am fostering a cat. That is the new thing in my life this week.
Yeah, I actually went over to your place and I somehow spawned a cat, like instantly in his yard with my presence. I have this horrible ability to just spawn animals, and I have not failed to impress.
It's a terrible ability to have.
It is. It sucks.
Yeah, if anybody in St. Paul is looking for a black cat, just let me know. We're still looking for her original owner for now.
Just specify this is an actual black cat. This is not a euphemism.
Exactly, yeah. We're not talking about drugs or weird things that may be related to whatever a black cat is. I have no idea what that would be.
Fireworks.
Well, yeah. That's not exactly like illegal or anything.
We live in Minnesota. It's illegal.
Well, yes and no.
We live in Minnesota. It's illegal.
You just got to go to the right spot.
No, it's illegal.
Places.
This does not make it illegal. It is still illegal.
And then you can just, drive to Wisconsin and buy all the illegal fireworks you want.
And bring it back, which is still illegal. I'm just saying. Anyways.
Nah. I've done it only for a few 4th of Julys. What else have I been doing? I've been playing Diablo 3 a little bit with Matt, which is a terrible experience. It just reinforces how much I dislike Diablo 3.
Now, is that because you don't like the game, or because Matt has far more legendaries than you?
Actually, I don't know. The game is
great.
Maybe if I played it more on console, because I did like it when I played on console. Because the game is designed for a console, honestly.
Well, that's fine. Like, I'm pretty sure, don't we all have copies of one for Xbox One?
No.
Never for PS4.
Damn it. Okay, well, never mind. All right, well, whatever.
Xbox One, but no, I don't have it for anything else. I played that. I've been playing quite a bit of League. I think I mentioned that I hit silver.
You are always playing League.
Well, League is one of those games you just never stop playing. You're just always playing League. It's just a thing.
I've taken a break due to MKX and other random fighting game things.
And frustrations. And streaming.
Yes. Do we actually have that? Because I don't know if my audio is coming through when you were streaming, but anytime I have played that game, usually I will be the loudest person in that room. Because if I die, I guarantee you will know it. I'm horrible about it. I'm trying to work on it, but I just get angry. I don't get pissed off at other players. I just get angry, like just straight up temporary hatred,
just burning through.
Pretty much that.
I've been working on a special surprise for our viewers because hey, we have video now, so viewers and listeners. I mean, if they want to view things. So I've got a special surprise in store for those people.
Is this what I think it is?
Possibly.
Okay. It's my dick in a box.
No, it's not that. It's close though. It's going to be good.
I'm also trying to put together some sort of like video idea, a video series of sorts of like creation games. So I've been playing a bunch of RimWorld and Starbound and Minecraft and Seven Days and games like that. I'm trying to put together like a series that will revolve around said games where you create things. I don't know what it's called yet, but I've been doing some research and some preliminary recordings. So look out for that.
Good deal.
That's about it.
I have not been doing anything, which works out well because we're coming to a close. I spent a lot of time on the back end preparing for the surprises that are coming. Such as the new stream overlay and some other stuff that you guys will see very shortly, including by the time this podcast goes up, you should just go on over to twitch.tv/Kugaiodin and possibly watch me streaming Dragon Age Origins, because I'm bound and determined to actually play through that game for the 7th time. I'm going to attempt to start it.
60 hours. Starting now.
It's all you.
It's going to be streaming on my regular stream schedule, which is going to be almost every night. I'll let everybody know. We'll post it in the regular places. There'll be some other stuff coming in the next week, like ways to maybe help support us in our endeavor and things along those lines. If you want to know how you can support us now, go into iTunes and rate our podcast. It'd be greatly appreciated. We will happily read reviews on air, as long as they're really funny and good.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can like, comment, and or subscribe.
Yeah, and
I
that would be
buttons somewhere.
probably down here, maybe over here, or over there.
No, just put it
here.
on. Annotate yourself out, Mitch. Like you're kind of getting in the way of the frame, the way I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Just like a nice subscribe here, but have it on Cody's face, and then on yours it's to dislike. Click here.
I'm fairly certain that
Wait a minute, it's like a flare off my head, like blocking something?
I'm thinking if you click diagonally here, there's a logo. There'll be a logo right here that says like sharks and things. If you click right there, it'll take you someplace. Maybe to the website.
Don't say like maybe. That's like clickbait. Well, it could be our website.
Or no, just pause the video. Who knows?
You may take you to the U-Prawns. I don't know.
Somebody make a mystery button.
Anyways, thanks for listening as always, and thank you for watching for the first week. Content is coming, as I said today, as long as Origin doesn't freak out or anything. Zach's got some content coming. Matt's working on some stuff.
Elgato 60. I'm in the game.
Shit's actually happening.
Finally.
My webcam may be, not
Freaking the fuck out
next time.
Dear God.
If it's not, I will buy him a new camera. I will Amazon him a camera.
I think I might just try to do like a black and white overlay on your video to see if I can help that at all.
In which you're just going to turn him into like a guy noir, where it's just black and white, where he constantly looks like he's in the middle of a criminal investigation in the 1940s.
It looks like the light is just swinging back and forth.
Yes, we're going to try this.
Put a little sepia tone. It'll be fine.
I'll need to have my notebook for next time so I can just sit here like...
Whatever. Everyone have a great week. We'll see you next week with more awesome news, fun, and adventure from the Sharks and Things. And a new fun shark fact. We'll try and make that a new thing. I don't have high hopes that we're going to remember it next week. But we'll try. And have a great week, everybody.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Deuces.